Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruitment tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Adrian College TV. My name is Sean Whitmer, and with me in the booth today is Dakota Schneider. In today's matchup, we have the 0-12 Davenport Panthers coming into the Arrington Ice Arena here in Adrian, Michigan, to play against the 5-6 Adrian College Bulldogs in this ACHA D3 matchup. How are you feeling about today, Dakota?
Well, Sean, I think it's going to be a very interesting kind of day. As you said, the Panthers not coming in with the best overall record for the season, 0-12. The Bulldogs getting by as well. However, these two teams have only played each other 4 times in total throughout the program's history. Right now, they are sitting 2-2. They both are in very interesting positions. And currently, on the Panthers roster, 14 out of 20 players are all underclassmen. I think it's time for this young team to either show up or show out.
Very true, and we will get underway here in the Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs like to play fast, and once they get on top, they like to cherry pick, as they will get in the offensive end. Darnell in the corner, looking for the pass into the slot, as Davenport tried to pass it around the boards. Puck finds its way back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke fires it down back behind the net. Alfonsi gathers, pass to the slot, behind the back, broken up by Davenport. Backwards pass finds its way to the corner. Simmons was the recipient. Daum, cross ice pass, and the Bulldogs will pass it up the ice to make a line change. This looks like it will be icing on the Panthers, keeping their players stuck on the ice.
So far, we've been seeing, through the last minute, all of it been spent in the Panthers' defensive territory, but also at the same time seeing about, I'd say, the same kind of pacing from both teams here, really not knowing maybe who's going to start coming out on top.
Very true, as this puck finds its way to Dorsch by the blue line. And the Panthers are able to clear it. Dorsch skates back to grab it in the neutral zone. Pass up ice. Cleared out of the neutral zone, but gathered back by the Panthers. Guibord with the steal, and he can't control it on his stick. The Panthers will take it away. Near with the pass up ice to Reitzel, losing it. Dorsch with his pass to his fellow defender who whiffed on the pass back. Dorsch cross ice. Up the middle. Looked like a line change pass. And it finds its way to Andrasch. Fires it in from the corner. Pass back behind the net. Into the slot. Shot. Off the deflection again. And up over the bar. Daum able to keep it. Firing. Nothing to work with. And a big hit by Jacob Milenich. Bliss looks like he might have got tripped there as he lost possession of the puck. Schmidt firing from the wing. Davenport has touched it. The delayed penalty is delayed no more. They will find their way to the sin bin.
Not really getting too surprised from this one. Looks like we're getting number 18, Chris Mangold, going into it, the defensive end.
It was a very obvious tripping call on Evan Bliss as he was making a move up the ice to the left wing. And as you said, Mangold just stuck his stick out there and got it right into Bliss's skate.
Really have to wonder. Hopefully this isn't already going to set the pace for a very aggressive 3 periods we still have yet to come.
And the Bulldogs get their first power play of the evening. Guibord with the backwards pass. It looks like that puck might have hit the ref's skate, and it leads to a breakaway shot chance for Davenport, and it's buried. It's Will Saldano.
Seemed to be a bit of confusion for the Bulldogs going into it. As you said, they're taking it up that right side, and it just did a little bit of bouncing back and forth off of the ref a little. And just after getting that single breakaway opportunity, all it takes is that split second, and Will Saldano just making every moment of it.
Yes, he is. And that will be the first goal of this game as Davenport strikes first. Bulldogs looking to answer after giving up the shorthanded goal. Dorsch to set up the offense. Andrasch, pass back around the net. Schmidt leaves it for Dorsch. Flip down. 3 Bulldogs in the area. And that one will be cleared by Davenport up over Dorsch. Unable to keep it in. Minute remains on the power play. Some nice movement by Darnell in the neutral zone. Pass back over to Dorsch. Fires inside, off the stick of Stamos and up into the protective netting.
Bulldogs really starting to kind of fire back into it. You can see just from this last push here, a little bit more momentum than we've seen already in the first few minutes. They're really going to have to hope they can keep that going here soon, especially with these last 45 seconds.
Andrasch pass inside to Darnell. He had the open net, unable to bury it home. Dorsch fires a hard one. Schmidt in front looking for the deflection, and it's scored by Andrasch.
Beautiful, beautiful recovery there, bouncing right off of the chest of the netminder, going back into play. Let's take another look at it. Great back and forth, taking opportunity of really engulfing the entire defense. Like I said, a shot getting deflected off the chest of Hagen and going right back over to the stick of Andras. It's bing, bang, boom. Enough said.
Yeah, and Stamos has struggled this year for Davenport. He's played 8 games and he's given up 60 goals. So it's not as if he's played phenomenal as Alfonsi looks to make a move towards Stamos. Bulldogs playing a little bit of 1-2. That one is going to be deflected high into the air as Simmons tried to get the shot off. Over to O'Rourke, right point. Shot inside, taken off the pad. O'Rourke going to fire another one. Simmons can't get the cleanup rebound. Daum fires in. A little bit of chaos in front. Stamos will cover it. This D3 team likes to get a little bit chippy. Last two games we've seen here have had a fight involved.
They definitely like to scrap. That's the for sure thing everyone can agree on. The problem is that takes precedence over the game whenever it happens. Whenever it gets too large, the players always focus about getting rough rather than doing what they're supposed to be doing out there. Something I do want to point out, though. Bulldogs still acting like they're on the power play, moving around, engulfing the entire defense, just moving around them, keeping them all within just that inner circle, and it looks amazing.
Yes, it does, as that one will be slapped down by the hand of Schmidt. As Bliss being aggressive, trying to make them make a mistake. Briggs Blake skates back to gather it. Anderson over to Schmidt. Schmidt's pass to Bliss. 3-on-3. Bliss with a phenomenal move. And his shot is deflected up off the safety netting as a Bulldog slid into the post. Fans want to call.
Struggling to see the number on the back of that jersey. I believe.
Looks like that might have been Anderson, and the fans wanted to see a hook or a trip as they were saying that he was pulled down as he was attacking inside for the rebound. I believe it might have been deflected off him and into the net.
It was just a very quick situation unfolding. Wasn't quite able to see every detail of it, but definitely understanding the frustration, especially having enough momentum to knock the goal off of its post. It just, you can understand why it took so long to get up.
As that puck was fired in and caught by Goldberg in net, and Thomas Neer, after that shot attempt, got into the face of the Bulldogs for no apparent reason with a little bit of a cross check after the whistle. No call on it.
I think these refs are going to have to start calling a lot more. They're going to have to start being a bit more tough on these players, because if they keep letting them go how they're going, it's just going to keep getting even more hostile from here.
And as I mentioned earlier, we have seen 2 fights in back-to-back games for this D3 team. Will we see a third as Dorsch skates up, dumps down into the corner, retrieves it himself. And he's making all the moves solo. Dump off pass. Almost a handoff. Fires in and right in between legs of his teammate. That was Thomas who launched that one through. Dorsch. Rebound pass up to Bennett. Both sides fighting for possession as this is taken away by the Panthers. Reitzel down inside into the corner. 2 Bulldogs are going to come meet him as the physicality continues. Rose went for the pass to Reitzel, who couldn't corral it, and the Bulldogs tried to push it up the ice to Hoff. It was deflected by Davenport and taken away. Launched crossed ice to Daum. Deflection pass is completed to Barber. Owen Barber, the freshman, skating down behind the net, embracing physicality. Schmidt with a nice poke. That was leading to an opportunity for the Bulldogs. Andrasch. Puck finds its way to Daum, who's going to poke it back, and Barber will pursue it behind the net. Comes away with it. The pass in front to Guibord is poked away by the Panthers. And the Panthers will just dump this down for a line change. Daum. Pass back to Dorsch. Up to Daum. Daum making some nice moves. Hagen in front. He will tip it as that one wraps all the way around. And Andrasch with the save. Andrasch back pass. Daum lining one up. A little bit too much mustard as it goes up over the glass. fired in and taken off the calf muscle of Rose. Dom playing physical. I believe it's going to get him sent to the box.
Just a theme we're going to be seeing today. It's as we get Temple conferring with one of the officials.
Looks like that may have been a hand pass, actually, as no one goes to the box and we are still playing in neutral or in Bulldog offensive territory. Darnell tries to get the pass to go, and the Panthers have a breakaway opportunity stolen from them by some great transition defense from Anderson. Chaos in front. And a hard shot by Soldano. He was looking for his second. The Panthers trying to up the aggression. Fired cross ice to Andrash, up to Darnell. Fires that one right into the stomach of Stamos. One of the easiest saves that he can make all day.
Absolutely, but once again, I'm loving the persistence coming from the Bulldogs, taking it all the way from the back left corner of their territory, across the ice, past neutral ice, even to the other side, getting that shot off in there in the other right corner. It's good tactic, it's good persistence, but they have to have the discipline. And so far, both of these teams haven't shown too much discipline so far.
Dorsch fighting up against the boards. Bliss comes for assistance. Puck is taken out by the Bulldogs. Bliss with his pass. Saldano being very aggressive for Davenport, trying to make any move possible. Schmidt, pass in front, no one home. Looked like he passed that one to the Panthers as Saldano makes his move up the ice, and it's taken away by O'Rourke. Near fires in front, and this one fired hard. Goldberg had to jump up off his knees as it was high, higher than the net, luckily. Tough angle shot. Schmidt makes a move. The leading goal scorer for the Bulldogs. As he tried to get a one-on-one breakaway, the Panthers do a good job stealing it from him. That one, O'Rourke tries to keep in the offensive territory. Schmidt will launch it down, and we will see a line change for the Bulldogs. This one is grabbed by the defense of the Bulldogs, losing their footing. That was Milenic who lost his footing. He finds himself with the puck now. To Bennett. Milenic. And a great wraparound pass by Bennett. Hoff on Saldano, who will clear it into the neutral zone. Dom. Up ice, a little bit of chaos in the neutral zone. Hoff with a great move. Passing it off a Davenport player. One is tipped by Davenport, according to the official. Andrash wanted to take that one into the offensive end, but Hoff was still in there. Dom will take it himself. Andrash pass in front. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. Squeeboard. Dom. And it finds its way to Barber in the neutral zone. Back to Dorsch. Back to Barber, who will fire it down into the corner. And the Bulldogs will corral it. Pass in front to the slot. Chaos. Guibord fires. It'll trickle its way back to the point. Some physicality behind the net. Dorsch, right point. Launching. And in! .
What a beautiful, absolutely beautiful snipe coming from Nolan Dorsch, almost from all the way back at the blue line. After getting free from a little scuffle behind the goal, just getting that beautiful pass, coming back to the blue line a little bit more forward, and just swift release. That's one of the most stunning plays we've seen all season for this team.
Yes, it is, and that's exactly what they like to do. They like to get it to the point, left or right, fire it in, and hope that chaos can ensue. That time they didn't need any chaos as Dorsch's shot went straight through and in. Simmons grabbing in the neutral zone, looked for Darnell, was unable to corral it. Walker fires it down behind the net. Near launching aggressively off the boards. Alfonsi has to stop on a dime. Reitzel's pass inside to Near, as Near, with a little bit of a high stick, caught Walker in the head. O'Rourke and Near getting into it now.
Not something you want to see coming
No,
into
it
this.
is not.
Especially just getting off of a goal, taking the first lead for your team during this contest. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but after the puck just getting away from the area, just left side of the goal post, Near threw a first shove right to the face mask of the Bulldog. I forget who else was in that scuffle.
So Near immediately attacked on, I believe, William Walker, and then O'Rourke came in to stand up for his teammate. That's what caused the scuffle, but Near has been doing this all game where he's been getting into the face of the Bulldogs right in front of Goldberg. It looks like Near's trying to intimidate the defenders so that they won't stand up for Goldberg, but it's not working as the Bulldogs like to get into scrums. They like to get into scuffles. The Bulldogs are going to stand up for their players at the end of the day. You just don't like to see it end in a brawl like that, a scrum, as we did see Near go into the sin bin.
I mean, absolutely, just like you said, after spending enough time here in the AIA, you're going to know no matter what Bulldog team is playing, whether it's the men's, women's, ACHA, NCAA, they're going to stick up for each other through thick and thin, and obviously they're willing to get dirty with it, but that's, again, like you said, absolutely not what you want to see. We're here to have a nice competition. We're not here to get cuts and bruises.
Exactly, and however, that does lead us to the point of 3 straight games in the AIA for this ACHA D3 men's team have all had an altercation that leads to a scrum or a brawl of some sort that we have to stop play for, and the refs have to talk to the rink PA announcer to let him know what's going on in the scorebooks and everything. That's another one that's going to have to be looked at by officials outside this game to see if there's any suspensions that need to take place.
And moreover, on top, just adding to the bruise, for the Panthers, they have, as we discussed earlier, such a short lineup. Not many guys on their roster. Repeatedly getting people in the penalty box over and over again, that's not going to help their placement at all. All it's going to do is just make the other guys even more tired when they have to come back in to substitute for those in the sin bin.
And it will still be 5-on-5 as 2 players were penalized for that. And it was a game misconduct. Bliss has an opportunity to break through. Dump off pass, Briggs Blake. And it will be taken away by Stamos, who will cover it up. We'll get right back into a face-off as the Bulldogs sit 12-4 on shots on goal, just showing the aggression they've had today.
Aggression and, like I've said, persistence. We've seen a few opportunities taken by the Panthers, primarily the very first goal of this game with the one-on-one opportunity. But moreover, the Bulldogs just showing a lot more that they have the capability to bring it all the way back from their end zone, you could say, all the way back the whole 9 yards to the other side.
As they say in basketball, coast to coast, and the Bulldogs like to do that as Bliss will fire one through. Briggs Blake gathering in the corner. 2 Panthers taking him off. the puck. Panthers not scared to pass up one open look for another, as the Bulldogs using some great stick work. Briggs Blake off to Schmidt. Firing from the wing, deflected in front, and a good deflection it was. Keeping the Bulldogs off as Bliss pass to Schmidt on the wing, firing above the glove and off the glass. Mangold trying to make something work. Bliss back in the slot. Passing back to Thomas. Bulldogs trying to create chaos in front. Unable to right now. Thomas's pass to Schmidt, and it's a wobbler. Schmidt whiffs on his first pass attempt, connects on his second. Darnell getting physical back behind the net, as that one is going to be passed in front to Alfonsi. And a great job by Mangold taking Alfonsi off his skates and just completely stopping the play right in its tracks. Bulldogs will skate back. Panthers playing very aggressive, only one man deep. Off the boards, Darnell will fire it down behind the net. Stamos comes out, and it's grabbed in front. Alfonsi had an open look. Stamos was not fully set. Darnell fires too high. Up over Alfonsi, skates into the slot. Dump off. Unsure who took that second shot. Not happy about it, though, as I believe that's Darnell. Unhappy with his finishing prowess on that one. As he has struggled to score this season, he's done a good job with his playmaking in regards, but in previous season, he's been a top-end scorer for this Bulldog team.
No doubt, and even just seeing him these last few minutes, you can tell where his favorite spot is. It's just inside of that face-off circle on the right side looking at it. He loves getting right in there, taking that shot towards the top right corner.
As the Bulldogs will score right off the face-off.
Just a beautiful opportunity coming from A.J. Guyboard. Just almost immediately off the face-off, getting that just behind through the legs pass from Solemn Andrus. Beautiful execution, for both the assist and the goal. That's what I'm talking about. It's that persistence, and you even see after that last scuffle, there seems to be a bit more discipline now on this ice. They're a bit more level-headed, and they're making these important plays.
As that one was fired up, avoided all the banners, and Goldberg knocks it away. Leeboard over to Andras, who shot it inside. It was deflected away off the skate. Launched down with some heat from Jacob Milenich. Owen Barber being aggressive, stealing the puck away for his team, and he gets the pass back for his efforts. Dahm firing to Milenich, who was in the neutral zone. He will launch it down and make a line change. Reitzel gets buried by Devin Bennett. Hoff skates into the corner, but three Panthers able to take it away. Dorsch, his pass to Thomas a little long. Hoff back behind with some speed. Makes an agile move. Backwards pass, Dorsch. Makes a move on Reitzel. Launch in. Eaten up. And Dorsch will pass it back down. Both teams getting physical. This one's grabbed by Hoff. Makes a phenomenal move inside. He got taken off his feet for it. Looked like the Panther player, Saldano, received more of the blow. Kiefer tried to make a move inside. Got taken away. No call on that. Was borderline tripping. but with no call. Looks like we will have a call after all.
I was very surprised to see Saldano get up so quickly. It almost looked very worryingly that he hit his head on that tumble in that left corner. Thankfully, though, able to get up swiftly. I do want to say Devin Bennett, coming over here on the right side in the Panthers territory, had a bit of a shove towards the back. Very surprised we didn't get some sort of call on him.
The refs are letting it play in the whistle. They're just trying to keep everything clean after the whistle. Schmidt almost offside there as Bliss never skated on. Hagen, as Bliss will steal it away. Briggs Blake firing straight into the glove of Stamos. We will have ourselves another face-off.
Getting a great grab there from Stamos. That puck going right towards that upper right corner of the iron. Beautiful grab. Say what you might not have been the best season so far for this team or even the goalie, but everyone has their moments, and you have to acknowledge them when they come.
This one is stolen away. Saldano, offensive defender, tried to get it to go inside. Great defense by the Bulldogs. William Walker using that stick very well. Kicked away and fired up, almost out of play. Just barely hit off that glass. Rose skates inside. Both teams fighting in the neutral zone, rushing. As Saldano with another phenomenal move. And Darnell getting physical with the big defender. Everyone understanding Saldano is where their offense is coming from right now. The Panthers looking for the pass into the slot. It was Bo Marito. That one will be shot down for icing.
I'm enjoying how it seems like the Panthers are starting to bounce back too. Getting a lot more playing time in the Bulldogs territory. And seeing that fire, the same fire that we've been seeing in the Bulldogs for the rest of this period. A lot of the persistence starting to show. A little bit more discipline, but I think they still have a longer way to go than the Bulldogs do. However, the game is starting to become a lot more precise in movement.
And that's one thing the Bulldogs get better at as the game goes on, is how much they don't waste movement. As Schmidt pressuring Mangold, who with the backhand loft hit Goldberg straight in his numbers. Trying to get the wraparound shot, and it's cleared by the Bulldogs. That one's going to be off Kiefer, who gave a little bit of a look to Skalandis. A little upset with it. I believe the refs may have called a hand pass on that one. So we have a neutral zone faceoff at the center dot. Guiboard facing off with Mack. Bulldogs will win the faceoff. Dom launching from deep. Basically just moving the faceoff circle up to the offensive end was all he was trying to accomplish there. They've scored once straight off the faceoff earlier. They have 33.3 seconds remaining in this first period. We'll see if they can do it again, this time from the right dot. Guiboard gets thrown off the dot. Alfonsi will come in. And the Bulldogs win the faceoff, but can't control possession. They have to reset. A lot of physicality taking place as they enter the offensive zone. That one takes a wild bounce off the glass. Dom skates back to gather it. He'll lose possession, but straight into Milenic. skating it out is the Bulldogs, and that will end the period as we have seen 4 total goals. Davenport struck first. Adrian with 3 unanswered to take momentum going in to the second period, and they're dominating this game so far.
No doubt, and you say, you talk about 3 unanswered. And momentum. It's about that momentum. Davenport came in with great speed, great intent. They started off the game very well. Then they started rolling back down the hill. They didn't have the momentum that they started with. Then we see a lot of scuffles. The Bulldogs slowly but surely building up their own momentum. Then we have the big crash out. After that, like I've mentioned, I've seen a lot more dedication and discipline. Momentum is building up for both of these teams. Biggest thing is just keeping the nerves down. You see a lot more nerves at this level compared to NCAA and higher up in ACHA. But I think as long as they keep those nerves down, they keep the temper down, we're going to see a lot better hockey.
And real quick, want to take another look at this 4th goal as it happened so fast off the face-off. Andras with the beautiful pass on the wing, and it is sniped right away by the Bulldogs.
It's just that discipline coming back into it, knowing you can tell they practice that over and over again in practice. And once you bring out those skills, you bring out those tactics, there's nothing that comes between you and that victory.
It's very true, and last week they did fall to Lawrence Tech in a little bit of a role reversal from what we're seeing today, as Lawrence Tech was pulling out all the fancy moves and making some flashy goals, and maybe one of the flashiest goals I've ever seen happened in that game. We'll see if the Bulldogs can keep up the flashy play and keep up the intensity as they are jumping all over the Davenport Panthers. My name is Sean Whitmer, and in the booth with me is Dakota Schneider. We will be back after they clean up the ice. Don't go anywhere here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrive today, and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The Bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena here on Adrian College TV. Bulldogs come into the second period up 3-1. And Davenport has only had 5 shots on goal throughout this game.
They definitely, coming into this second period, they're going to have sat down. They're going to have to think, what can we do to get more playing time on the opposite side of the ice? We've been back and forth all game. It's been pretty even. They like to go back and forth with each other, but it's about staying in one territory, and that's where they have to prioritize now.
Saldano, a defender on the roster sheet, playing forward in this game. He falls down, and there is a delayed call, likely for tripping. Touched by Milenic. We're going to have a tripping call. Anthony Alfonsi shaking his head as he goes into the box. Does not like the call. When a player ends up on the ice and your stick's near his feet, that's going to be the call every time.
Oh, it's bound to happen every time. But more importantly now, what are the Panthers going to do with this opportunity? They have the face-off. They have the man advantage. It's about time that they start doing what Adrian's been doing and enveloping the entire defense, moving around, using each other, not just playing the one-man game.
As Daum getting fancy with the puck behind the net. Stolen away. Temple back to the corner. And a perfect steal. Playing the lane like the pass was meant for him. Was Schmidt. Ring. His pass deflected by Schmidt. Darnell asking off the ice. Saldano with great speed and losing his footing. Maybe too much speed for himself. As Schmidt, only one down in the Davenport end to take the puck. Schmidt tries the shorthand. Couple tough angle shots. If they get the right bounce, go in. As this one is fired and off Daum's hand. A big time hit in the corner. Dorsch was taken down by Steven Scalandis. We'll fire that one in. It's eaten up in the body by Goldberg.
I want to go back to that massive hit in that left corner. That Scalandis showing absolute gall, just pinning the Bulldogs against the glass. I'm surprised we're not seeing more calls. I get that the refs are wanting to keep it civil within and after the whistle, but sometimes the whistle just needs to be blown.
And Bliss tries to get the pass up to Andrash. A little short. The Bulldogs will take it back. And fired up ice with some mustard on it all the way down onto the boards. Andrash rushing. Stamos as Bliss gets put down by Skalandis, playing physical. Bliss voids the defense, resets. 12 seconds remain on the power play for the Panthers. Looking for the long pass to Andrash, and it's taken away. Andrash will gather. That one is launched, and Alfonsi comes back into the game with some immediate pressure. Andrash with the steal, and Andrash playing patient, already with 3 points in this game. His pass is taken away by Neer, who had that scuffle earlier. Stayed in the game, however. As Alfonsi trying to steal this puck back for his side. Darnell with a great pass to Simmons. Simmons dump off. Darnell gathers to the wing. Chased down by Milenic. Dump off on the wing. Up top to Thomas. Thomas fires, and that one was taken away. Thomas unable to get any sauce on that one, as it is grabbed easily by Stamos.
Well, I think a big thing we need to start looking at is we're starting to see more and more signs of who really is starting to dominate this game. Panthers going on the power play, still spending barely any time in the Bulldogs territory, and so many more shots added on to the Bulldogs roster on the shot clock. It's incredible to see how much determination they've come back into the second period with.
Darnell battling with the much bigger Saldano. The Bulldogs are not scared of the size advantage. Alfonsi comes out with it, looking for a teammate. And he's just going to shoot it with the impossible angle. Simmons trips down. Thomas slaps it. Dumps it down into the corner. It's chased down by Bennett. Off the glass, and it will escape. Dorsch has to get back. Grabbed by Goldberg. Passed out. Saldano will try to fire it in front to Rietzel. As the Panthers have found themselves with a little bit of sloppy footing today, commonly falling down. Hoff with a phenomenal move as he makes his way down the ice. This one shot in front, trying to create that common chaos. Continuous shooting. And a good job by the Bulldogs to battle through Bennett's pass, taken away. And the Panthers with a 3-on-2 look, stolen by the Bulldogs. A little bit of cherry picking for Schmidt. Schmidt looks for it. It's off the body of Stamos, who's unable to grab it and stop play. Back behind the net is Hoff. Back in front for Bliss.
Great positioning coming from Evan Bliss. Something I wanted to touch on earlier, it seems like he always just puts himself in the right place, whether it's giving an assist, passing it towards the center, being in the center just as we saw right here. He knows where he needs to be, and he knows how he can be effective, and that's one of the best traits you can have in any sport for that matter.
Yes, it is, and when Bliss scores, it brings Bliss to the team as he finds himself in those fortunate positions quite often. Milenic off the glass, falling down. Panthers stealing it away. It's near to rushing. Little long on the pass. Briggs Blake passing it down. Dom's pass to Milenic. And fired in with some heat on that one was Steven Skalandis. It is eaten up by Rex Goldberg as we sit at 4-1 with just over 5 minutes gone in this second period. Hasn't looked as dominant for the Bulldogs, but still that dominant feel of this game.
Absolutely. With the Panthers only adding on one more shot to their count and the Bulldogs adding on another 6, so far in just over 5 minutes of play in this period.
As a great pass by Dorsch. Reitzel tries to make a move on the wing. Thomas does a great job playing in front, poked away by Goldberg. A little bit of contact taken. Saldano slaps it down to himself. Thomas trying to clear Dorsch, losing the puck for a moment. And Davenport playing aggressive with no one back. Saldano makes a move in front, tries to get it into the slot. Nice pass and a great move. Back to Saldano. Andrash. The pass up the ice. And an opportunity taken away by Stamos. Trying to get a number on who had that open look for the Bulldogs. Looks like that was Guibord, who's already scored once today off a pass from Andrash. He tried to get the repeat, give the Panthers a little bit of deja vu, was unable to convert on it. Panthers off the glass, up ice. Walker with some good defense, keeping the Panthers away from the net. And Walker gets tossed down. Both teams battling. The delayed whistle will be on the Panthers, as they will find themselves in the box again. And we watch this one again as very physical.
I mean, just sending him right to the ground. It doesn't look purposeful at all, that first part, but then just the retaliation, sent it like getting him off of his feet, making him lose his balance. A big thing that a lot of fans and sometimes players even forget, retaliation will be treated just as heavy, if not heavier, in this sport, especially with these bigger contacts.
And that looked like Kiefer grabbed the skate, and a shot from Milenich almost looked like it would have went in by mistake, as that puck finds its way into the stands through our protective netting. But as I was saying, it looked like Jared Kiefer, he embraces that hit and he finds himself on the ice with no stick in his hand. Well, in order to get up, he reached over and grabbed the skate of Dorsch and just upended him. That's unfortunate, and you can't do that in this sport, no matter if you like the way you were hit or not. Simmons fired that one so hard he snapped his stick in half, and he's not happy about it, as these sticks are not very cheap. If I'm Stamos, I'm shivering after that shot. How hard do you have to shoot it to snap your stick in half?
I don't know what to really give that towards, if it's just determination, pure brute strength, or maybe just the frustration from the contest so far. But it seemed to have shaken Stamos so much he knocked the goal off of its post.
Simmons comes back, and a weird goal finds its way through.
I think weird is one of the best ways to put it. Just coming off of the rebound, let's take another look at it. Getting sent over to the right side. Big slap shot coming in from Travis Simmons. And then after repelling off the back wall, the rebound going straight back to Anthony Alfonsi. It's perfect timing and placement, but I'll be honest, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, sometimes it's luck and sometimes it's skill. Right now they're having a little bit of both, and that one will go in to the both category, as Alfonsi does a great job burying it home. Bliss skates backwards, gathers into the slot, fired in again.
The swiftness and it bouncing back right away, passing this blue line. Evan Bliss once again making his way down, getting himself in the right place, passing it to the center, and with that final send right over to JT Schmidt. They're dialed. The Bulldogs are dialed. They're barking, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. They have that momentum that we were talking about.
Well, I think the Bulldogs might have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. We've seen that fight in the first period, and O'Rourke was kicked out of the game where Neer was kept on the ice for the Panthers, and all things considered, Neer started the fight as Schmidt with a breakaway fires off the pad of Stamos. Skating up the ice is Hagen, and Bliss takes the bigger man down. Daum fires up to JT Schmidt. Loses it for a moment, back to Bliss. Schmidt paid for his pass, and Bliss's pass is a little too far behind. O'Rourke does find his way back onto the ice, actually. Looks like he may have just been serving a major. Had to sit out for some time. Hoff skates with aggression. Dump off Briggs Blake. Back inside looking for Hoff, and it's poked away. Thomas. Flipping it up is the Panthers. Daum able to corral. Bennett launching down behind the net. Hoff will be the first one there. He tried to pass it back into the slot. This one launched over Bennett's head. Rushing, and Bennett in a scrum up against the ice. Bulldog teammates come to assist. Hoff comes out with it. Hoff, dump off. Dorsch fires. Stamos catches that one, but looks like he didn't even realize he caught it at first. When you give up 6 goals, 3 in each period, sometimes you start to wonder if the puck is just going to find the net, even if you're standing in its way. It looked like Stamos was double checking to make sure he caught that one.
Well, here's the problem right now, Sean. Adrian has been playing so well together as a team. They constantly find themselves working either with 2 people or 3 people at minimum, and they have that team dynamic going for them. Every single goal has had an assist for the Bulldogs this game. You look at the other side of the coin. Davenport has 1 goal. It was from a breakaway opportunity with 1 man. They continuously, whether it's by their own design or it's by pure accident, they have themselves playing a one-man game. They're playing by themselves. They don't have that team dynamic so far in this game, and they need to get it figured out.
Yes, they do. And Kiefer up ice. He will receive it a little later than he wanted. Some great defense being played by Thomas. Kiefer's pass is stolen away by the Bulldogs. Transition opportunity, 3-on-2. Darnell skates forward, pass inside. Finds its way back to Darnell. Alfonsi just had to chip it in, and it's deflected in front. Back to Darnell, off a player. Walker able to keep it in play. The ref didn't wave it off. Darnell backhand pass to Simmons. His pass back to Dorsch on the point. Simmons on the wing to Alfonsi in the slot. Alfonsi looking for the pass to Walker, it looks like. Kiefer, 3-on-1. Kiefer's pass in front is poked away. Dorsch playing phenomenal defense right now. Launched up, Andrash able to beat out the icing. Barber in front, backhand. Chaos. Sprawled out is Stamos. And there's Timber on the ice.
Seems like within this last minute or so, you saw a lot of twigs just laying about out there, and wonder if they got to get some sticky substance on those gloves or something, keep them from slipping out. Biggest one that worried me was seeing Stamos' stick on the ground. That, with how much pressure the Bulldogs were providing, that can be really nerve-wracking for the team, the coach, and especially Stamos in that situation.
Saldano been the main offensive point for them as Hagen is buried by Barber. The freshman not afraid to make some contact. Anderson back to Walker. Saldano gets into Walker's chest, and it's taken away by the Bulldogs. Anderson over to Barber. Barber skates up, looks for the pass. Tries to wrap that pass through to Andrash. This one's fired in front and poked through by Guibor.
Just so much happening at once. It started off with just that breakaway opportunity from Barber coming in, taking it behind the goal. It gets sent back over to the right corner, and just the long shot sent in, and the rebound and just absolute finish of the game by Guibor getting it sent in. Anything can happen. Any opportunity that you can take advantage of. Starting off with that breakaway opportunity from Barber, one of ACTV's finest, creating the situation for his team. It's beautiful to see.
Near skating up the ice, makes a move in front, and that one is shot away by Ring, or Justin Mack, mind you. Briggs Blake's pass up ice to Briggs Blake, finds himself with it again in front as the Panthers had a netminder change. Cameron Gripe is now in. Briggs Blake, great move. His pass back in front finds no one. Bliss, only one pursuing. Pass to the slot from behind the net. Gathered by Daum. Some great passing by the Bulldogs. Milenic fires it right into Bliss's backside. This one's launched up and into the neutral zone. Daum. A little bit of finesse before he's going to pass it up, and it will find its way to Bennett at center ice, who can't corral it. With some good pursuit, though, Bennett will grab this puck back for the moment. Pass to the slot. Spinning back shot. Chaos. No goal. And we're starting a scrum again. Helmets being ripped off and refs trying to break it up. Looks like that may be Tyler Allen, who will find his way to the locker room after that brawl. Believe that was Tyler Allen, listed at number 29. That was number 21, which we don't have on the roster sheet. And of course, it is Skalandis. And Near. Skalandis sent off ice. Near sent to the box. Pure disappointment from assistant captain Mason Rose for Davenport, as one of their players is sent to the locker room and the other one is sent to the box. Only penalty for the Bulldogs was Tyler Allen being sent off the ice. And he looked almost excited to be sent off as he was screaming for the crowd and left his helmet, his stick, everything, and just said, I'll go to the locker room, I don't mind. This is what I wanted.
Well, I think at this point, this has turned from a mental game, and this is starting to turn into a very emotional game. Emotions are starting to fly around, especially for Davenport. Still have not won a game this season, and with the track that they're on, not looking like they're going to change that today. It's getting to the point where they're sick and tired of it. And Adrian, they've been bouncing back a lot this period. And I might add, adding on some fancy touches to each of their goals and all of their movements around. It doesn't feel good when you start to see all of those tricks and the flashy stuff getting added onto the play. However, is that an excuse? Absolutely not. But it's bound to happen in a situation like this, especially once again at this level. A lot more is let go, especially from what we've seen from the refs, especially in this game, and stuff is going to happen. There's nothing you can do to stop it if you're one of these officials. But by golly, I guarantee you in between the second and third period, I have no doubt that the head coach is going to have a very stern talking to for both teams while they're in the locker rooms, respectively.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Unsure who that was that got sent off the ice. It was number 21 for the Bulldogs and number 28 for the Panthers. 28 for the Panthers, of course, Steven Skalandis, who has been very physical all day. We will get an update on the name to be 100% sure on who is wearing 21 for the Bulldogs, as it will be a 2-minute penalty for both. Number 11 is serving for the Bulldogs. That is Adam Hoff. And serving for the Panthers is Thomas Neer. Salandis gets it poked away by Darnell. Fired in front and whiffed on. That'll give the Bulldogs a chance. Darnell, 2-on-2. Nice move, pass in front, shot. Swallowed up. Cameron Gripe yet to allow one in.
The speed's not slowing down, that's for sure. Going into it, after that especially, it seems like after every major scuffle or fight, however you want to label it, it seems to kind of lock both squads in for at least a little bit of time, but we'll see how long that lasts for each team this time around.
This one shot in front. A little bit of deflection as it's tapped between sticks. Unable to be cleared and eaten off the body from Darnell. He's battling with Reitzel, and Alfonsi will cut him off. Thomas skates down and takes a brutal hit. Delayed whistle. That's likely going to be a penalty for the Panthers. We'll go to 4-on-3 for 1 minute and 3 seconds.
The Panthers can't afford to take many more hits like that. Now with sending Ring into the sin bin, it's not going to look up anytime soon for Davenport if they keep this trend up. They have pieces they need to start picking up, and they need to start putting it back together immediately.
This one gathered by Andrash to Bliss. Fired in by Simmons. Trying to break that stick in. Bliss will grab it. Back to Simmons to the wing. Cross ice. Guibord went for the pass, and it's kicked off the posts again by Cameron Gripe. Bulldogs don't like it.
It seems like it barely took anything to knock it off its post again. I saw him sliding around. It makes you wonder if maybe it's not so much of his user error, but maybe equipment error at a certain point, because that post has been knocked off a lot this game.
Yes, it has. And Simmons, unable to corral it cleanly. Dive pass to Andrash. Bliss on the wing. Poked away by Mangold. Bliss gets scrappy, grabs it. Andrash, Simmons fires, and he's going to break another stick. He just looks frustrated. That's his second stick broken. And another little scrum between Guiborg and Hagen. Refs will separate this one in a hurry. Guiborg's going to the box. So is number 13, Mason Rose, it looks like.
Lots of back and forth going on in the box between all the players. Definitely not a friendly competition anymore by any means, it seems.
No, it's definitely becoming a little bit more of a scrum and a little bit more of, you don't want to say dirty play, but both sides are getting into each other, and a lot of talking going on, a lot of chirping. It's leading to a lot of fights on the ice, and most of them taking place after the whistle is blown. Darnell fights for the face-off. It is won by the Bulldogs. Bliss skates back around. Pass to Schmidt. Over to Bliss. Back up to Darnell. Dorsch to Schmidt. Cross ice. Darnell's pass to Bliss a little long. 5 seconds remain on the first penalty. Schmidt down to Darnell. Hoff comes in, Neer comes in. The shot is inside, poked away, and cleared. 48 seconds remain on the Bulldogs' 5-on-4 power play. Androsh passes it up to Darnell. Skates forward with some speed and some nice moves. Went for the pass inside to Bliss. Gets tangled up, and there will be a delayed whistle on the Bulldogs. Waiting to see clear contact made by the Bulldogs. They will. Androsh makes the contact. It looks like Bliss is going to be sent to the box for that one.
That one surprises me. Usually that's not a name you hear when sending someone to the penalty box.
No, the captain for the Bulldogs is usually a clean player and doesn't make a lot of mistakes like that. He does draw a lot of mistakes from the opposing team, but this is going to give, at the end of the day, this is going to give the Panthers a minute and 55 seconds, or minute and 35 seconds of a power play when everything is said and done. Good play for the Panthers. Pass cross. Saldano fired in. Goldberg can't make the grab. O'Rourke. The pass up. Bulldogs can't clear it. Temple. As Ring comes in. Saldano fires. Goldberg, good save. It's a good job by O'Rourke. He's grabbed across the face, and then contact between O'Rourke and Saldano. Looks like the refs are going to call it on O'Rourke, who got his money's worth as he got back up and sent Saldano onto his back. O'Rourke is sent out of the game. That is a game misconduct.
He accepted that real quick. He looked at the official. He knew exactly what he was saying. He said, he shook his head. All right, I'll get off the ice. That seems to be the theme whenever the Bulldog squad is getting disqualified during this contest.
Luckily for the Bulldogs, you don't want to see any of that happen, but if you're going to be the team that's getting disqualified, as we look at the two benches from up here, the Bulldogs can afford to have some players disqualified. If it was Davenport getting these players disqualified, they'd have to forfeit the game after a while because they don't have nearly as many players as the Bulldogs. So we will see what the verdict is here. Likely going to have someone else serve in the sin bin for O'Rourke. And it looks like that's who the ref went and grabbed. Looks like serving will be...
That'll be Thomas Anderson, forward.
So Thomas Anderson serves for O'Rourke, the defender. You wonder if a little bit of strategy is being played there because, of course, after the 5-minute major that O'Rourke was sent off the ice for, Anderson's going to come on the ice. He's been playing a little bit of defender today, a little bit of forward. We'll see if that's any strategy being played by the Bulldogs.
Talk about strategy. This is the first opportunity the Panthers have had for 3-on-5. And if they can't do something with this now, then they really have to start getting worried for this third period. However, they are going to be in a unique position continuing this 5-minute major into the next and final period of this game.
Ring skates up into the offensive end. Looking for the pass, cross ice, fighting in front. Goldberg dives on top. He'll stay clean in this second period.
I'll tell you what, every time I hear that whistle blow, especially right in front of either goal, my heart drops and I get worried that we're going to start seeing something else again. It's almost anticipated at this point.
It's been a much longer second period than it was first period with the amount of whistles we've seen. Rushing, wants it, looks to fire, and he leaves the puck. Over to the wing. Back in front. It's a little long by Reitzel. And Goldberg will cover this one up again. The clock stopped a little bit before as they get the clock fixed, it looks like. The clock didn't stop right away, so they put 2 minutes and 49 seconds back on it.
That was a phenomenal stop by Rex Goldberg there. Getting his left leg pad right up against the iron last second before the puck crossed the line. Just great athleticism by the netminder.
Rushing as he gets juked out by the puck a little bit. It'll keep skating down the ice. And it'll be grabbed by Chris Mangold. His pass up to Ring. Ring, pass to Reitzel. Bliss back on the ice. 5-on-4, shot inside. An open look if the deflection man was there, as Bliss will launch this one up to Schmidt. Schmidt cherry picking a little bit. Schmidt to Daum. Daum fires, and that's going to be taken off the shin of Ring, who's on the breakaway. It's poked away, near shot, grabbed by Thomas. Kiefer shot inside to Kiefer from rushing. And this one's stolen away by Bliss. Bliss, faster than everyone else on the ice. Bliss with the chance, and he's going to leave it. Tried to just let that one float through, and it's poked away. As you mentioned, they are trying to get fancy here. That would have been a very fancy goal. So he tried to ghost ride the puck into the net. Rushing. Leaves that one for Ring. Or Mack, mind you. Hager. Hagen fires down low. This one's going to be cleared perfectly by the Bulldogs, as that was Milenich firing it. 1 minute remains in the period. 2 minutes remain in the power play, and that is a whiff, which is making the fans so excited here. Milenich is going to fire another one. Hagen takes it. No hand pass called, as that one was off his hand and gathered by another player. Gathered by Bomarito. Hagen makes some moves, and Darnell will steal it away. Alfonsi looking to steal it as well. Darnell comes away with it. He gathers possession. It'll be taken away off the skate of Mack, and rolling on its end into the Bulldog territory. Grabbed by the Bulldogs. Little loft pass up the ice. Alfonsi comes to gather. Alfonsi takes some contact in open ice and looked for a teammate to pass it to. Was unable to get that pass off. And a very long second period with a lot of whistles leads us to a 7-1 game in favor of the Bulldogs. 38 shots on goal to 15, as the Panthers got 10 shots on goal in that period, double as many as they had in the first period. Bulldogs with 13 shots on goal in that period, a lot closer than it was in the first period, but the end result is the same, as the Bulldogs are still up, scored 4 goals in that period, giving them a 7-1 lead.
I mean, I think long is an understatement to describe that last period, not just time-wise, but mentally. There was so much going on. Like you said, the Panthers able to completely double their shots on goal just in that period alone, bringing them up to 15. Bulldogs adding on another, I believe, 18 to their roster. But by far, that's not the only thing that had happened in this past period. So many scuffles, so many words shared is the best way I believe we can put it on air. But nonetheless, determination is through the roof. Both teams are now out here, maybe for the right reasons, maybe for the wrong reasons, but they know exactly what they want to do. They want to keep charging at each other head on. They're not going to give up. Neither one of these teams is going to let down an inch before that final buzzer blows at the end of the 60 minutes. But it makes it exciting, but stressful nonetheless. And I think we're in for another interesting final 20 minutes.
We'll see how that final 20 minutes goes, as the first 20 was a little bit cleaner, 3-1. Second 20, 4-0, but a lot of whistles in between those 4 goals, as we've seen 2 fights. We've seen a multitude of penalties and a multitude of ejections as well. Going into the third period, the Bulldogs will be on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 25 seconds. And we will see that shortly as we take our break here on Adrian College TV. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The Bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist affiliate.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back as we jump into the action. And the Panthers try to capitalize on this power play. Great pass. No one home for the second as Darnell will clear it. Saldano skates back to gather. We do have a clarification. 21 for the Bulldogs was Emery Johnson, who got ejected from the game. Saldano skates up in a hurry, and he's going to plant a man on the ice as he will continue to skate through, and that pass is taken off the skate of Ring. Near fires, glove, save by Goldberg. That's a phenomenal save.
What a snag out of the air for sure. That was one of the quickest shots we've seen, especially from such short range being right there. That agility is just uncomparable.
And Goldberg gets caught coming out of his paint quite often. That time, he came out of his paint and he made a great save. Not what you want to see if you are a Bulldog fan, as that has led to mistakes in the past. Simmons, he's got himself his third stick. Temple with a phenomenal move through Dorsch's legs, and Simmons will launch that one into the Davenport bench. Even when we're playing clean, the Bulldogs are attacking the Davenport players, whether they're on the ice or off.
That could even go said right as they were coming down. The Bulldog defense doing a phenomenal job of keeping heavy pressure, keeping their body goal side of the puck, goal side of Davenport. It's going to work every time for them if they can keep that up.
20 seconds remain on the power play. Simmons lost the faceoff and his footing. Goldberg will cover it through the chaos. 13 seconds now remain as only 7 seconds ran off there.
That looked more like pinball for a second than hockey.
Saldano tries to dump it and it leaves the zone. Simmons, he could have hit Andrash. Instead, Ring will fire this one high and over the glass. It'll ride all the way down and taken back behind the net by Cameron Gripe. Gripe yet to let in a goal through the 7 goals we have seen for the Bulldogs. Gripe came in after the 7th was scored. Dom trying to find some positioning. He's going to bury Dominic Bomarito. Dom inside, launching it through and deflected instantly. Kiefer tries to make a play as Saldano with a phenomenal move. His pass to Kiefer off the skate, gathered by Dom. Pass to center ice, Bliss looks for the pass to William Walker, who loses his footing. And some chaos in front, some congestion as the Bulldogs just trying to get the puck out of there. Briggs Blake skates through as that one is grabbed by Goldberg. Refs are skating in quick to make sure no extracurriculars occur, as we've seen a lot of extracurriculars so far in this game.
Well, We made it about 2.5 minutes into this final period before we saw any sight of anything developing. I think I can say I'd be very happy if that's the most we see in that kind of area for the rest of this game.
And everything that we have seen in that category has occurred in front of Goldberg. He's gotten a first-class look at everything today. That one is cleared by the Panthers. Dorsch will skate back behind Goldberg. Handoff to Milenich. Pass inside and trickles off the stick of Anderson. Bennett, cross ice pass. Dorsch, as Anderson will tip it forward. Hoff came around trying to catch Gripe out of position, and that one is shot hard by Milenich up into the protective netting.
We've been seeing a lot of deep shots this past game, primarily from the Bulldogs. They love riding that blue line as much as they can, just taking the very galling shots out from far. And I mean, it's worked here and there, no doubt about it.
Yes, it has, as Temple will corral the puck in the corner. He's going to go for the long pass to Kiefer. Looked like that one was off the middle of his stick. Goldberg playing a little risky. Ring over there to corral. Kiefer's pass inside. That one got deflected and into the protective netting in the corner. Lost it for a second.
I can't tell what that puck deflected exactly off of, but crazy momentum to bounce off of the netminder and go all the way back up and into the stands.
Looked like Goldberg might have ate that one on his shoulder. As Ring receives it in front, tries to make a move. Goldberg sprawled out. Temple fires in off Darnell. Great defense by Darnell to attack. Deflection pass to Andrash. Back to Darnell. Darnell skates into the corner. Back to the slot. Stolen away as Alfonsi tries to grab it back. And Daum looking to keep it in the offensive zone. Ring will take it out. Flip it forward and skate to the bench. Taken by Mangold. Firing it down. Daum takes a little contact. His pass deflected off rushing. Daum with a good move. Pass up ice. Bliss. He's got the speed. Fortunately, Bomarito cuts that puck off. He'll leave it in the corner for Mangold, who flips it forward. Barber tried to keep it on the offensive end. As Walker loses his footing again, Neer comes in to play it for the Panthers. Barber plays it back for Walker. Bliss, one of the fastest players on the ice. He'll fire this one through. It'll find its way under the pad of Gripe. Looked like that one might have went past him.
There's no doubt from our position here, our view, I don't know whether to call that save luck or skill. Either way, Gripe surely happy that it happened no matter what. But one of those crazy instances that we've seen so many times today, it's just that kind of day. We're going to see stuff that maybe we might not have seen before. It just rarely ever happens.
Yes, we will, and we have, as that one is shot by Bliss off of Gripe's pad and up into the netting. Barber losing the faceoff to the Panthers. Dorsch pass inside. Bliss to Andrash. Back inside the slot to Bliss, who will lose it, and the Panthers now with a 2-on-2 chance. Some reinforcements arrive. Chaos in front and grabbed by Goldberg.
Big thing to notice coming into this third period, almost halfway done through it now. It seems as if Davenport is kind of attempting in ways to find that team dynamic we were talking about earlier, working more as a whole unit rather than individually.
Well, let's not forget that this is a 2-game series, as that is a big hit. And the ref will blow the whistle. That's near once again. And the fans are not happy with it. And he skates to the box without ref's assistance. He knew he was going to the box for that one.
Chirping still going on after he sat down. Even a few comments being thrown out from the fans here in the AIA. It's not surprising to see him back in the box, but I will say a bit surprising to see him back on the ice. After what we've seen from him today, the physicality coming from him and the aggression, he's been a main factor in a lot of these scuffles and fights, and again, not surprised to see him back in the sin bin.
I believe the ref might have just thrown him out, as they are escorting him out of the sin bin over to the bench, and he's going to go right into the locker room. Serving for him looks to be Rose, as Darnell comes out of a face-off with it. That shot had some heat on it. It's a nice glove save by Gripe.
Most important aspect coming from that call, not only did they just lose a player being disqualified, they have a 5-minute major against them now. That's a heavy hit to take when you are down 6 points, only 14 minutes left in the competition.
Yes, it is. Bliss with a flip. Gripe uses that height to grab it. We'll have another face-off. The bench that we mentioned was so shallow coming into the game is even more shallow now, as I count 5 players on the bench for the Panthers. That one shot in and grabbed again. And of those 5, only 2 are standing up, ready to get back on the ice. Shows you the level of fatigue that has taken place today. And they play again on Sunday, so the fatigue is going to set in even more. This one will find its way into the protective netting, and we will stop play once again.
Even adding on to that, however, it's the fact of, yes, they have this second game coming up in the series. Yes, they are already down with players being disqualified and even slightly injured to some degrees, but if any of these plays are going to be reviewed after the fact and they're going to be forced to sit out the entirety of the next game, that's just going to affect them even more, and all it's doing is damaging the burden that's already being caused.
Darnell skates into the corner, pass to Bliss. Cross ice to Schmidt. Darnell can't corral it. Dorsch fires high with heat. Bliss will grab, skates inside, shot off the body of Gripe and covered up. 4 minutes and 8 seconds remain on the power play for the Bulldogs.
I have to say, this is one of the most wild things I've ever seen in this sport out of all my games that I've worked here at Adrian College. Seeing barely enough players on a bench to have an entire line change is just, I don't even have a word to describe how surprised I just feel about it. I didn't think that was possible.
It is a little baffling as trying to rush the process of this Bulldog. Simmons cross ice to Alfonsi. Alfonsi skates down into the corner, losing his footing. And Malenic's pass is rifled up. Weeboard will come to gather. And he whiffed on the first grab. Ring now pressuring. That pass deflected. Hoff goes to make a play, and he's put in to a very dangerous spot on those boards right up in the bench. Fired inside And a little whiff. Simmons dumps down. Hoff gets his money's worth on that hit, paying Saldano back for the hit that he received. Guibord skates up with pace. Skates around, pass inside to Milenic. Alfonsi is being rushed. Makes a nice move. Lost it with a great stick work from the Panthers. A little bit of a fan. Hoff, great move. Hoff, another one. And some great defense in front. Alfonsi, his pass to Milenic. A little long. Kiefer stopped early. Hoff trying to make a finesse play. Schmidt on the point. Slaps it over to Dorsch. And the Bulldogs will have to reset. 2 minutes remain in the power play. 11 minutes remain in the game. Bliss rifles up. Andrasch, dump off, fired cross. That one was almost tipped in by Mangold as he was trying to poke check the pass away. Dorsch skates back with Rose in pursuit. Rose swaps with Mack. Darnell, some fancy footwork. Pass back to Schmidt. It gets tripped up, still makes a great pass to Andrasch. Darnell whiffs on the shot. He would have buried that home with good contact. Bliss skates forward, pass to Darnell on the wing. Little long for him. Back to Bliss. To the point, Dorsch. Down low, Andrasch. Schmidt in front. Back to the point, Dorsch. Fires down to Bliss, who's unable to grab it. Temple doing a great job on defense there. 40 seconds remain. Andrasch, the best chance possible, tries to lay a dump off for Bliss. And the Panthers do a good job playing defense as Barber comes through with the puck. Barber skates around, pass in front. Bennett, Andrasch, both fighting for it. It will be cleared by the Panthers. 20 seconds remain. We will see if the Bulldogs can get one more rush going. Milenic unable to clear, rushing. Tries to get a shot down. Milenic finally gets through. It's a 1-on-2. Milenic by himself. Third man comes to help. Barber in front. We're back to even strength. And that one finds its way in.
That is just a wild attempt, going all the way from the far right corner with what seems to be almost an impossible angle coming from Antonio Briggs-Blake. I can't tell if he quite got the deflection off of his teammate or if it came off of the goalie, but what blows my mind is the Panthers went the entire 5 minutes of the major without getting scored on at all, and then the craziest angle gets in somehow.
Mack skates into the corner. It's taken away by the Bulldogs. Briggs-Blake skates forward, 2-on-2. Reinforcements arrive for the Panthers. Barber comes away with it. Looks for the slot pass. No one home. Bomarito skates forward, and he's going to be thrown off by Milenic, who did a good job slapping that stick down, making sure it stayed legal. Saldano skates forward, fires that one off the post. That one had enough sauce on it to rip through the net. Simon's pass with no one there. Dump off pass. Walker comes through to take it back. Simmons up to Alfonsi. Alfonsi to Walker. Walker with the move and unable to corral it on his stick. Simmons launching in, deflected up over. Walker takes some contact after he dumps that to the corner. This one fired cross ice. Sent down back behind the net. 7.5 remain in the game. Rushing. Dorsch, the only one back. One-on-one shot from Rushing. Great save by Goldberg. Bulldogs were caught in a line change. Dorsch pass round the net to Daum. Daum with a great 1-2 with Anderson. Looked for the pass to Alfonsi, who wasn't ready. Daum doing it all himself right now. Pass in front. Taken away by Bomarito. Bomarito going to try to skate up by himself. He's taken down, and Daum will gather. Anderson. Pass to Guibord. Guibord has some pace, a nice move through the legs. Anderson unable to keep the puck on his tape. Bomarito lofts it down into the corner. No icing. A line change. Andrash comes through and wanted his second goal on the game. This one is cleared by the Panthers. And flipped forward. Bliss with a rifle. Andrash in front, unable to convert. Kiefer. Pass to Reed. Ring grabs it. Back to Kiefer. To Reed. Temple wants it. Temple can't bury it. And Schmidt was skating forward and it goes off his back. That pass is a little bit more in front. We likely have a goal for the Bulldogs. Schmidt is a very talented shot taker. Cross ice pass, Schmidt. 1-on-3. Briggs Blake battles with Rushing. Milenich. Nice move. Pass to Bliss. Bliss with the flip up ice. Schmidt corrals. And a spin move. He's going to fall down. Briggs Blake almost capitalized for him. Off the boards. Dorsch will corral. Less than 5 minutes remain. Dorsch making some moves up the ice. He's going to fire it himself and bury it home.
Just a phenomenal job again and again. We see as he's just driving down through, taking it all the way down.
That's going to be Dorsch's second goal of the game as he buried that one through. It's also only the second goal that Gripe has given up today despite an 8-goal lead for the Bulldogs.
Which can also just be very surprising, not on the fact of him coming in late, but on the fact of team morale being down, already coming into the game at such a low point for the team. But I think we can both agree he's done a great job of trying to lead that team from the back end.
As Anderson is put into the boards. Walker unable to corral it at the blue line. Pass across to Hoff. Hoff makes a tough move. He made Rose look a little silly. Daum. Deflection pass off the boards. Rushing fires it back behind the net after the deflection. The pass to Hoff is behind him. Mangold is going to fire it, and Daum is going to bury Mangold. Goldberg's jumping on the puck.
Mangold not looking in the best condition now. I'm taking that immensely hard hit. Thankfully able to get off, but we see him now leaning over the side of the wall, just looking a little worse for wear. I could say that's probably a good description for the entirety of this Panthers squad right now.
Fatigue is playing a big role in it, as the puck was dropped before Goldberg was ready. The ref was allowing him to get a little bit of water. Dorsch to Simmons. Simmons flip pass up to Darnell. Temple tried to clear it back down, and it's off. Justin Mack, who was in the offensive end, never got cleared, so it will be offsides. Kiefer with a phenomenal move off the first man. Second man was able to poke it away. Darnell. It's an opportunity to Simmons. Over to Alfonsi. Alfonsi is planted. Darnell with a spin pass. No one in front of the net to grab it. Reed to Saldano. Saldano. Cross ice pass to Rose. That one is eaten up by Goldberg.
Quick shout out to Rex Goldberg for a phenomenal performance so far today. Able to save 23 out of the 24 shots taken on him this afternoon. And just the agility and athleticism that we've seen come from this one man is beyond incredible.
Make that 24 out of 25. And a lot more shots have been sent his way, but his teammates do a great job at eating those up off of the body, as Milenic. Guibord pass to Andrash, who can't control it. Barber scrapping for it, and Andrash loses his stick. Doesn't lose his fight for the puck as he just embraces contact. Guibord fires himself, deflected back behind the net. In front, battling. Refs will stop it. That was Barber, Guibord in there.
Take another look at it, just going over to that left corner. And just within all of the mess of it, that stick flies away, but you see the ingenuity and the quick thinking right on the feet. And I think it's one of the most interesting parts of this game whenever you see that intuition come out of each one of these players and how they handle the situation in their own way.
Dorsch fires it back down to Bliss. Bliss engineering the offense. And a great move. Bliss inside. Fires that one home. Not through, as that's a little bit of a rough hit. Briggs Blake slow to get up. Temple tries to make a move past Thomas, who does a great job at stopping him. And then Thomas is going to lose his footing. William Walker. Pass up to Bliss. Bliss pass as that one's fired in front. Off the boards. Dorsch trying to stop Saldano from getting momentum, as Saldano will lose it. Mangold flips it forward. They will be offside until they clear. Reed does clear. Briggs Blake. The pass to Bliss. One-on-one. Daum comes through. And great defense by Ring to get Daum off the puck. Daum battling in front. Players on the ice. Whistle will be blown. We will have another face-off with 48 seconds remaining. And as we were talking before action started again, Andrash losing his stick and then hitting the Davenport player to keep possession for the Bulldogs. It almost looked like the stick started to slip out of his hand, so he threw it in the air and created a distraction or something.
I think it was just more for the full commitment. He felt himself losing that stick, and he said, I'm either going to have it or I'm not going to have it. Either way, I need to go full force with whatever I do have.
Daum pass to Hoff. Inside to Bennett. And a rifle off the post, and it's saved just barely. Rushing. Comes through, shot. That was poked away by Dominic Bomarito for the Panthers. Rushing is going to get planted into the boards by Daum. 6 seconds remain, and Schmidt will skate this one out. And that will do it. As this has been a little bit of a rough game as we watch this replay here.
Just taking the space is always exactly what you need to do, but sending it forward and then getting it right in there. Just the ricochet off of the iron into the back of the goalkeeper. And the very, very quick thinking coming from Dominic Bomarito. It shows what you really have to do in these dire situations, especially when you are inches away from getting that lead your opponent has extended.
Yes, and it was a great play by Dominic Bomarito. Score's going to finish at 9-1. They kept them out of double digits with that save from Bomarito. What that does for them momentum-wise leading into Sunday, we shall see, as they were able to keep it an 8-point game, and we were able to see that the Bulldogs struggled to score on Cameron Gripe. Only 2 goals on Gripe. If Gripe would have played the whole game, we may have seen a little bit of a different situation. Maybe not. It's hindsight's 2020. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Gripe get the start on Sunday.
Oh, I think that would be a great move on the coaching staff. But at the same time, you also have to keep in mind something we talked about. This is a very, very young squad we see out here. It's small enough, down to only 20 players maximum, and with, again, 14 out of 20, either freshman or sophomore. They've got a lot to learn yet, and I think either way, despite all of the rough housing and the rough play, I think it was a great performance. However, both teams, a big theme we saw today, a lot of shots getting fanned on, a lot of pucks being left behind. I think we could have seen a different outcome if maybe one of these teams had maybe learned upon that as quick as they seem to learn upon a lot of different things as quickly. I could go on and on about how much different this game could have been with different aspects, but either way, I can guarantee it's going to be another exciting game this Sunday.
And it'll be exciting to see who the Bulldogs put in net with an 8-point lead. They didn't pull Rex Goldberg. They let him play out this one. Knox sitting in waiting, and so was Heiser. We'll see if either of them get the start in net on Sunday. I have been Sean Whitmer in the booth with Dakota Schneider, and you have been watching ACTV. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.